If you're a federal employee who got RIFed or are thinking, what if I do get RIFed and what to do about your health insurance, then watch this video as it's going to answer some important questions and details related to that. We had a great question that came in from Ben relating to this. They said, hey, if you're getting RIFed, can you switch from a high premium health insurance plan to a lower plan in FEHB within the 30 to 60 day RIF notice? And so I think this question is really great because we can answer it a couple of different ways. It depends if you're eligible to keep FEHB when you go and get a RIF or if not, right? If you didn't meet the eligibility requirements, the answer is going to be slightly different. So if you're eligible to keep FEHB, that would mean that you met the discontinued service retirement rules. And that would be to retire on or after age 50 with at least 20 years of service or any age with at least 25 years of creditable service. So as long as you've met those rules, then you're on the right track to be able to keep FEHB after you've gotten RIFed, right? And in that case, yes, this would be a qualifying life event. You could then switch between plans. You could even drop or change your health status from a self and family plan to a self plus one or self only plan. You could do all those things. It's a qualified life event. You get to be able to make that change. Those rules, in order to keep your health insurance under a RIF, are going to be different than if you were to just have a normal retirement under FERS, right? That's the MRA with 30, age 60 with 20, or age 62 with 5. Those are slightly harder to reach, right? Or depending on your age, the rules are different for a discontinued service retirement. Okay, if you didn't meet age 50 with 20 or any age with 25, then you're not eligible to keep FEHB after you separate from service, right? After you have that RIF. So in that case, you would have the opportunity to continue your FEHB for up to 18 months under temporary continuation of coverage. Think of this as like COBRA coverage outside the federal space. So in this case, it's still a qualifying life event, so you could change the plan, and within that notice, you can make that change after you've gotten that RIF. You can make that change to whatever plan that you wanted, but just know that you're going to be paying quite a bit more for FEHB if you choose the temporary continuation of coverage that only would last 18 months. So what do I mean by it costs a little bit more? Well, as federal employees, the government actually pays roughly 72% of the premiums, and you're only paying about 28% of the premiums. So if your FEHB is, let's say $600 a month, well, the government's paying, $1,200 a month. So a total of, let's say, $1,800 a month is the cost of the health insurance that you have in this example. So if you kept that plan and you went into TCC, you'd be paying $1,800 a month to keep it because you're actually responsible for 102% of the premiums, just because the government doesn't subsidize that cost anymore under TCC. So great question there. Just have to think through, hey, do I get to keep FEHB? Am I eligible to keep it in my retirement after a RIF or not? And if you're not, then you're going to fall under TCC. Yes, you would be able to submit a qualifying life event, make the change to your plan, but you'd only be able to keep it for that 18-month period. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you have more questions related to this, feel free to leave your question below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed so you get our latest videos and content that we put out. And of course, until next time, happy planning.